the next question comes from Abigail from Colorado Springs. My fiance, Jacob, he's had facial hair since we met. We both agree we should clean up his beard for our wedding, but we still want him to look like himself. How can he groom his beard to still look natural? Oh my goodness, that's a lot.
He's really grown out that beard. I actually made a little video of my own beard grooming to give people a general idea and kind of to demystify it. So why don't I show you that, and then I can talk to you about Jacob's beard specifically.
Okay, cool.
I've got my beard color I use just for men. Got a comb, got my trimmer. I've got a great exfoliating scrub that I use. I got my razor, some shaving cream, and that's about it. So in this process, the first thing you're gonna do is use your trimmer on a dry beard. I'm just gonna go in and do my mustache. So it's hanging over my lip a little bit. I don't like that. So I've got my mustache done. Now I'm gonna establish the perimeter of my beard. So again, I use the trimmer without a guard. Next thing I'm gonna do is put on my guard. So this is sort of a long guard. And what I like to do is just clean up the underside of the beard a little bit so it doesn't look so bushy, just to give it a little bit of shape. So I'm gonna use a box color. It's pretty simple. You have a developer and a color base. And then I just take the brush and kind of get in there a little bit deeper and move the color all around. I don't want to get a perfect coat, so I'm focusing on the base where it's very gray and then just sort of running a little bit of the color throughout the rest of the beard. And if you want to, while the color is in, you can use a coarse wide tooth comb just to move in the color a little bit. So there I am, I'm all finished.
You have more salt in your beard than I thought.
That's right, I cheat.
But I still can see a little gray, and I like that. You know what I love is that I would never have known that you dyed your beard at all.
Yeah, that's what I go for, and that's what I would recommend with Jacob. With Jacob's beard, it's really long, but you can see a part where his beard starts to curl a little bit there at his chin. I would recommend that he use a clipper and a guard on a dry beard and bring that up. And I'm going to recommend that he do this about a month before his wedding. I think if you're going to change the length of your beard or really change the shape of your beard, you should do it before you have any big event. So I think you should do this about a month beforehand so he can get used to it and so his fiance can get used to it. And that way it's not just a shock at the wedding. And then because he's pretty young, but he has a good amount of gray in his beard, I think he ought to try coloring his beard. I just use a box color from the drugstore, and it has on the box what shade the color is. And so my beard is a dark brown. I go one shade lighter than what it says on the box. So I use a medium brown. The color tends to grab a little bit more on gray beards. And you can always go darker later, but you can't take that color out.
I think he could do a little more cleaning of his neck. Like you had such a nice definition there. Yeah. And that forward move, I really liked that forward move too.
Yeah, what I do, John, is I take a clipper with a guard on it, and I do I scoop it out and underneath my neck, kind of like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So you're definitely going a lot higher than I am.
Yeah, I'm taking care of that thick part underneath the chin. I scoop it out pretty short, but then when you look at the beard face on, it just looks a little bit more defined.
And you used no guard on your neck, right? Because your neck looks great.
Yeah, what I do, if I haven't shaved in a while and I have longer hair on my neck, I take off the guard, and you want to use a clipper on the beard, on your neck first, and then follow up with a shave. If you try and shave your neck with longer hair, it's going to be a disaster. You're going to get a lot of rash on your neck, and it just will hurt and it won't look good.
How about how much of a scoop out should you go down on your cheeks?
It's really up to the guy. What I do is I follow my sideburn down, and then I sort of go from my sideburn to my lower lip over like that, and I shave above that. That's how I create that shape, but it's different for every guy and every face, so it's really up to you.
Good one too.
I like that too.
That's a good one too.